Well, hello, 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 and happy Monday. Happy Monday, everyone. Happy awesome day. Greetings to all. Super excited to be here on this January 22nd, 2024. Very excited to be here with each and every one of you as I am here today on day 4 of my 30-day challenge regarding strength training, sharing, teaching, and bringing enlightenment to this conversation. I think that's the word I want to use for today. Enlightenment. Yes, maybe enlightening you, whatever it may be. Anyway, I do want to make sure I am streaming where I need to be streaming. So just give me one moment and I will definitely pay attention to all of you who are here with me. And when you are here, please let me know that you are. I will be able to, hopefully you've allowed StreamYard to see your name so I can then see your comments. As I promised that I would be coming to you live for 30 days, preferably, hopefully 30 days in a row, and seeing how that works out, and sharing with you anything and everything relating to strength training and my experience. So before I do dive into the big topic, I just want to make sure I'm streaming where I need to be streaming. So I'm just going to check in on my Twitter, or what they call X page, and see what's going on there. One moment. You just gotta love this page. Just gotta love it. Let's see. Here we go. Okay, so I am here, and if you are watching from Twitter, please go ahead and hit that heart button and let me know your thoughts as I go along. And I want to check in to see that I'm on my YouTube channel. If you are watching from YouTube and you have not subscribed, please do. It does help that you subscribe and that you also hit the thumbs up button. If you are watching from YouTube and you have meant to lower that, not raise that. So go ahead and hit the thumbs up button. Share this out as well. And if you are there, leave comments. Talk to me. Let me know what's going on. I am going to land on my page where most people do comment on. And I'm going to be there. All right, so there I am. As I've said, if you are here watching on Facebook, please let me know that you are here. Let me see if I can. Maybe not. Anyways, so a little bit about me before I dive into this conversation. As I've said, I will introduce myself each time I do go live for anyone who has not caught the days prior to this day, as this is day 4 of my 30-day challenge. I am Reverend Joanne Angel Barry Colon. I am your certified holistic integrative teacher, Reiki master, card creator, card reader, licensed and certified holistic personal trainer, medical astrologer, and the list goes on and goes on and goes on. I have been in the health, fitness, wellness industry since I am 12. I am 53 now. I will be 54 very soon. So you could do the math. So I have also, or should I say, I am a former natural competitive bodybuilder. So I have transformed my body more times than I can count. Between bodybuilding, and also have a daughter who is 29. So, and I did work out during pregnancy as well. So I've transformed my body in that aspect as well. So I do believe I know a thing or two about transforming a body, transforming my body. And I have transformed more women's bodies and even men's bodies than I can even count in all the years that I've been doing what I am doing. Over the last let's go back to like 2007. I have blended the physical realm with the mystical spiritual realm. So I blend them both together when I work with clients now, so they can really get a better understanding to who they are physically, spiritually, emotionally, and mentally, and working on all the aspects as one. And considering the energy that we are in as of January 20th, if you're not familiar with your planets, Pluto, the planet of transformation, has just crossed over into Aquarius the same day, many hours later, as the sun did. And that's a big transformation in itself. And I do speak of planets when I speak of strength training because they do play a big role in the energy that we are working through. And understanding your plans can better help you better navigate to whatever's going on in your life at this time. So today's topic is about meal timing. What I also should include in there is meal prepping. Because meal timing and meal prepping sort of go hand in hand. Why am I choosing today's topic as meal prepping and meal timing? If you had a chance to catch yesterday's live, my day 3, I spoke about how much protein do you need to take in? How much protein is too much? How much protein is too little? That really falls into the realm of meal prepping. So I'm going to dive right into this. I'm going to hope to keep this about 30 minutes. So this way here, you can go about your day and I can go about mine as well. So when we talk about meal prepping and meal timing, why is that so important? To start off with, the reason why it's so important is that we need to know what it is we are going to be consuming throughout our day so we can keep our body fueled. Similar to if you know you're going to go on a long trip, a 6-hour trip, you know you're going to you're going to put gas in your car so your car can get you to where you have to go from point A to point B. Same concept when it comes to your body. Fueling your body means that you're going to give your body the nutrients and vitamins that your body needs in order to do whatever it is you're asking your body to do in the course of your day. Whether it's functional work, such as cleaning your house or working on a paper or whatever it is, doing your work, whatever it is, or watching TV, it's all functional where your body still requires you to need a certain amount of calories in your day in order to do that. And then whatever extra activities you choose to do, in this particular case, it would be strength training. Now, do keep in mind, this topic is specifically for women over 40. However, if you're under 40 and you're a man, hang in there with me because I'm sure you know someone who is over 40, and I'm sure you know women that are over 40 as well that may benefit from this conversation. Now, whether you're strength training or not, meal timing and meal prepping is just as important. And I'm going to hope that by the time you've finished watching this video or you've gone back and watched the first 3, that if you are not strength training just yet, somewhere along the line in my conversation, I've said something to you to what's the word I'm looking for? Interested in why is strength training so important and why is it I should be doing. And the word why is a big part of this component to why we do this thing called strength training. Now, let's just talk about meal timing and meal prepping. And do understand and make a note that anything I share with you is based on my own experience of the, 35 plus years that I have been doing what I do. Anything I share, I've actually done in my real life time. So this is nothing that I'm sharing with you that I have not already done myself. And I've actually encouraged clients to do exactly what it is I'm teaching here as well. So this is based on hands-on experience. And it's proven experience because based on my experience, I know it works. When you get in the habit of getting aligned with your timing to food prepping, such as you get up in the morning. Now for me, I'm going to speak from my story. I get up in the morning and I know theoretically that within the first 1 to 2 hours of waking, I need to have some sort of food to get me going. And most of the time, it's going to be something that's going to be balanced. Protein, carbohydrates, and a little bit of fat. Something that's going to get me going. And it's going to be something that I'm actually going to put in my mouth and chew versus drinking. And I spoke a little bit about the process of chewing our food versus drinking our calories in my conversation yesterday. So if need be, go back to that conversation. You can find it on my YouTube channel. It's called Day 3. So knowing that within the first 2 hours of waking, I need to have my first meal just to get myself going. Another important part of getting yourself in the habit of eating within the first 2 hours of waking is that you also jumpstart your metabolism after having a long fast. What do I mean by a long fast? Well, I like to think, and I don't always go under this rule of thumb, I like to think and believe that whatever time you stop eating at night, that you have at least a 6 to 8 hour window where you have no food in your system at all, which gives your digestive system time to rest and recover and rejuvenate. That's a fasting period of time. So we want to undo the fast by making sure we have a time zone to when we're going to eat again. And that in itself revs up the metabolism. It's almost like it turns the metabolism on. So if you find that you're not eating till, let's say, 3 or 4 hours after you woke in, you may find yourself being a little sluggish in your day due to the fact that your metabolism hasn't really revved up. Now, for most part, and from my experience, many people's metabolism is sort of sluggish to begin with because there's so many people that choose not to eat breakfast. Now, if you think of the word breakfast and you actually write the word breakfast out and you write it in 2 words, break fast, that's exactly what you're doing. You're breaking the fast from the amount of hours you have not eaten to get yourself revved up again so your body has calories as energy to work with for whatever it is you're about to do. Now, especially for you women, and I'm going to speak of the women here, you women that are exercising are strength training in the early part of the morning. I spoke about this, I believe, on my day 1. Whereas if you are an early riser and you are strength training at 6 a.m., 7 a.m., or even 8 a.m., it's essential that you get up at least an hour to an hour and a half before you go into your strength training to have something. Doesn't have to be a big meal, just something that you're going to have enough calories to do what it is you're going to do. So let me share this example with you. You're going into your workout, your strength training program, and you know theoretically that strength training program is going to be a 300 to 500 calorie expansion, meaning that you've literally burned 300 to 500 calories during that strength training routine. Now, if you strength training, you know the process that strength training is strenuous, which means you do need to have some sort of fuel in order to get through the workout. Therefore, if you are going into that workout without fueling, without having that first meal, you're basically going into that workout on empty. Now, think about that long drive you're going to take, and when you get into your car, you notice the gas denominator stating that it's like on low. You're not really going to get that far during your travel with your gas tank being low. The same concept goes with your workout, is that you're not going to get that far with your energy being low, and you're not going to get the most out of what it is you're looking for. In addition to why is it so important to make sure you are fueling prior to that workout to minimize and avoid any type of injuries that you may very well open yourself up to by not having enough fuel to work towards in regards to that workout. And I know there are a lot of conversations about fasting and going that long window of time without eating and strength training. So this way here you can burn what's called the reserves, and you're burning the fat. Well, in theory, when you think about it, it's you really want to focus on having the energy to do what it is you're looking to do when you are strength training. So with that being said, my window meal timing is before I do my strength training, and I do not work strength training early in the morning. But before I do my strength training, I make sure I eat at least an hour to 2 before I do my strength training. And then I am ready for that strength training, because now I have the actual calories, the energy to do whatever it is I'm about to do. Now let's talk a little bit about the after the strength training. Now, again, for you ladies that may not be strength training, you can still hang in there to this conversation, because again, this is preparing you for when you start your strength training. And I do want to keep in mind that strength training means during your workout, you will go into the state of progressive overload. So if you are working with weights and you are not increasing your weight, or you're not increasing, the weight is not challenging enough for you, and you're just going through sort of like the motion, that's another reason why you may not be seeing the results you're looking to see. So many factors, and Results may be a conversation I have on a different day as well. So anyway, coming back to meal timing. So after you've done your workout, how soon after that workout, after that strength training regimen, should you eat again? So again, rule of thumb, because now you want to replenish what it is you lost during the workout. Because you've utilized all that energy, so now you need to replenish. You want to make sure you're getting your protein back in. So whatever you did do during the strength training portion, whatever small muscle fiber tears you experienced during that workout, that your body is going to be get ready to repair itself. So the window of opportunity in regards to how soon after should you eat after you've done your workout, so known as a post-workout meal, I recommend, again, that window, an hour to no more than an hour and a half, a window where you want to refuel your body so you can get the benefits of what it is you've done in the actual workout. So important. And we're going to keep in mind that whatever it is, meal prepping, that we're eating balanced. Now, you might be asking yourself, well, what can I eat before I do my workout? Ideally, what can you eat before you do your workout? You want to make sure every meal has protein in it. I spoke about protein yesterday in my day 3, so if you did not get a chance to see that video, go back and look at that video. Watch that video because it was very informative. It gave you some information to how to determine how much protein you need and getting it all together so you can be prepared. So you definitely want to have protein prior to the workout, and because carbohydrates itself is the source of food that's going to give you the energy, that's going to help you get going. So you definitely want to make sure you're having a good source of carbohydrates before the workout as well. And some may say, this is an example, doesn't mean you have to. Some may say having a slice of, let's say, sourdough bread with some healthy peanut butter and jelly is a really great meal to have prior to the workout, because you're going to actually utilize the fat, the sugar, the protein, and the carbohydrates while you're doing the workout. So that's just an example of what you can have prior to the workout. And again, that's that hour to 2 hour window before you get to do your workout. Then that post-workout that you want to have, again, your protein comes in. You want that protein in. You wanna get your body rejuvenating again. So making sure you get that balanced meal. And again, that could be it could be a piece of chicken with some cup of rice, and throw in some vegetables into that. Something that's going to give you the calories, the nutrients and minerals that you need to sustain, to replenish what it is you've done in the gym. So now we've talked about the pre-workout meal, we talked about post-workout meal, and for those of you who are not strength training just yet, theoretically, my rule of thumb is from the time you wake up in the morning, within the 2 hour window of waking is when you want to have your first meal. Then thereafter, you want to track it, that you're eating about every 3 to 3.5 hours, max 4 hour span for your second meal. And then 4 hour span, your third meal, 4 hour span, your fourth meal. The cutoff point, now there's a lot of controversy about this too, the cutoff point, when should I stop eating? Now the cutoff point again would be about 2 hours before bedtime. Now, again, that rule of thumb for me doesn't necessarily work. I usually eat at least 1 hour before bedtime, just because that's just how I have my body trained, where I need a little snack, something light, protein and a carb and a fat, something light, that I have 1 hour before bedtime. And then I go into that fast where my body just goes into a sense of rest, my digestive system rests while I'm sleeping. So if you add up from the time you wake to about anywhere from an hour to 2 hours before bedtime, every 4 hours, how often are you eating? And remember yesterday in my conversation in reference to knowing your protein requirement based on your body weight, it's 1 gram of protein per pound. So whatever you do weigh, so yesterday I spoke about the number 130 pounds. That's roughly 26 grams of protein, and that's based on eating 5 times a day. Depending on what time you get up in the morning and what time you go to bed at night, you want to have that 4-hour span where you're eating throughout the day. Why is this so important? Well, the main reason why it's important is that by eating smaller portions throughout the day, you're actually keeping your blood sugar leveled out. Where if you go long periods of time without eating, so for example, let's say you eat at 6 a.m. and then your next meal isn't until 12, that's a 6-hour span. You may go through that period of time where your blood sugar elevates and then drops down. It's called a roller coaster, the blood sugar roller coaster. And that's not healthy for your glucose level. You do not want to have that elevation and decrease, elevation and decrease. So the best way to really keep your glucose leveled out is to make sure you're eating every so many hours so your blood sugar doesn't dip. That is the best way. So finding your timeline, how many times from the time you wake to the time you go to bed, so within 2 hours of waking, within an hour to 2 hours before bed, eating every 4 hours. Balanced portion meals, protein, carbohydrates, and fat. Excuse me. And those post and pre meals are extremely important. Now, I do want to speak on just briefly regarding the post-workout meal. Now, yesterday when I spoke about the protein intake, I swayed away a little bit about taking protein shakes. This is where a protein shake can be very useful during the post-workout meal. Whereas when you are done with your strength training workout, having a protein shake could be the most easiest and quickest way to get that post-workout meal in, because you already have it prepared and it's very simple to drink, so you can stay within that time frame. And then when you actually have time to prepare your next meal, you're ready for that. Prepping is extremely important, because if you do prep your meals, you have them prepped out for the night before, you know exactly what you're going to be eating, what's your time frame, how many meals you're having. It takes the guesswork out of everything, and it also takes the possibility of you heading over to a store to buy something that may not really be in the alignment to what it is you're looking to eat, based on what it is you're looking to get from your results. Now, I will speak more about the fueling and feeding part of this probably in my day 5, because then that can help you better understand this whole process of how to create your meals according to whatever your goals are. So again, this prepping and timing, why is this so important? The biggest reason to why it's important is it will help you keep your blood sugar leveled out throughout the entire day without the elevations. We never want our blood sugar to hype up and then drop down. We really do want them leveled. And that really has to do with how you were eating and what you were eating. If you are consuming a balanced meal, protein, carbohydrates, and fat, that's going to help your blood sugar. If you're just consuming a lot of carbohydrates and no protein, that's not going to help your blood sugar. And if you're consuming protein with no carbohydrates, that's not going to help your blood sugar as well. So you really want that balance into play. And then the second reason why timing is so important is based on your recovery. When you are finished with the workout, within that 1 to 2 hour window, you want to make sure you're fueling your body so you can refuel whatever it is you lost during that workout. Because again, let's face it, you're in your workout, you're strength training, you're going at it hard. You want to make sure you are supporting your muscles, so your muscles can have something to help it rebuild itself and without it causing injury. So it's so important to make sure your timing is on track and your meal prepping is on track. So there's no mistakes. And you'll know exactly what it is you're supposed to be eating at whatever time you're supposed to be eating. So that's what I have for you. And like I said, I was going to try to keep this just about 30 minutes. Didn't want to put too much emphasis in the meal planning and meal timing, meal prepping rather, and meal timing. If you have any questions, if you're really not sure what's the best prepping timing for you, please reach out. You can email healingwithin76@gmail.com. I've also got to put up my website for those of you who are interested in taking a peek to see additional services that I do have. There it goes. You can check out my website. I have a directory there of all different types of services that I do offer. Feel free to take a glimpse at it. I'd appreciate that. All right, so let's see what we got. There we go. And there's my email again, healingwithin76@gmail.com. If you have questions, feel free to reach out. If you'd like to schedule a self-growth discovery session, I'd be more than happy to get you on my calendar to discuss whatever it is you need to discuss, whether it's about prepping and timing your meals, whether it's about how much protein you need to take in your day, whether it's about getting started on a strength training program because maybe you have not gotten started on a strength training program for whatever the reasons may be. This is the perfect time to do just that. And keep in mind, too, I'm going to go back to the planets for just a second. Keep in mind that because we are in this age of Aquarius where Pluto sits in Aquarius, this is about your transformation. This is about how you can transform your body. You can take care of your body. You can become the advocate of your body. Your strength training regimen could be the very thing that becomes your health care. Your health care, your health insurance. How do you care for your body? How do you ensure your body that it stays healthy? And these are only some of the ways that I share with my clients, and I also do for myself to guaranteeing that my body stays healthy. Ensuring that my body stays healthy is making sure I'm getting in the ample protein that I need in my day. I'm getting in the amount of meals I need in my day. How many calories do you need in your day? Now, that's a whole conversation within itself because, again, it really comes back to the breakdown of knowing your activity level. How many hours are you exerting in activity? And I'm not just speaking of strength training here. Now I'm actually speaking of just general activity. Sitting in front of your computer and typing up work is activity. Getting up and mopping your floor is activity. Doing laundry is activity. Taking your fur baby out is activity. Getting into the gym or into your weight room is activity. Any type of activity, our body requires calories. When we talk about calories, calories is, if you look at any type of food label, you're going to see the word calories and next to in parentheses, energy, because that's what calories are. It's the energy that we're giving our bodies for our bodies to produce what we want our bodies to produce. And in order to keep our bodies healthy, we do need calories throughout the day. We do need calories throughout the day. Now, theoretically, your body can strive by going 3 days without eating anything. Now, there's some, excuse me, there's so many people out there that do fasting. For whatever reasons, they fast. Now, I'm not discouraging fasting. Fasting based on whatever the reason is. If someone's looking to fast because they want to restart their system, and from that point on, they're going to create this new way of eating, then that could be a great way to fast. If you are fasting because of religious purpose, that's a different conversation in itself, not something I'm even going to touch on. Your body requires calories, and your body requires those calories throughout the day, because throughout the day we are doing different things. And understanding your calories, where they come from, proteins, carbohydrates, and fat. That's where your calories come from. Of course, when we talk about calories, the whole breakdown between sugar and salt, the whole breakdown is in our food. So we do need to become aware of what it is we're looking to get from what it is we are eating. And starting to become the master of taking care of your own body. As I speak in the energy field, when we talk about the energy of today, if you happen to watch this video on January 22nd, the 22nd is known as the Master Builder. So are you working on building a healthy version of your body? And by doing so, if you are in that space of working on building a healthy version of your body, it really does come down to how are you fueling your body? How are you taking care of your body? What food are you putting into your body so your body can do the things you're looking for it to do? And it really does start with When is the best time for me to eat? Do I need to eat within the hour awaken? Do I need to eat within a half hour awaken? Even if you may not be a morning person where you don't like to eat breakfast, I want you to think back to when you were a child, before the age of, let's say, maybe 7, 8, 9, 10, when you became a picky eater and your mom or dad decided they weren't going to try to push you in eating something because it was too aggravating for them. Prior to that, as a baby, you ate. You ate every so many hours. Your mama or whomever it was who raised you made sure you ate in order for you to grow to this human that you are. So because we established that when we were babies, why would we turn around and negate that now as adults? So it's so important that if you want to make sure your body stays healthy and that your body is able to do the things you want your body to do, it's so important to start becoming aware of how often you need to be eating. And going back to day 3 on your protein intake, how many grams of protein do you need to have throughout the entire day, and getting your protein intake, your numbers throughout the day, not in one sitting. So, for example, if I were to give you a number to work with based on calories, and I said theoretically you want to be consuming anywhere between 2,500 to 3,000 calories a day, you would have to sit there and figure out, well, how many meals would I have to eat to get those calories into my day? And that may very well look like eating 5 times a day based on 2,500 calories, which means you're going to consume about 500 calories over 5 meals. And that's very simple to do when you think about it, when you break it down in regards to your proteins, your carbohydrates, and your fat, and bringing it all in when you're eating balanced meals. If you're grabbing little snacks, and let's say you're grabbing just a handful of almonds and taking that to go, and that's all you're eating, or you're grabbing a banana or you're grabbing an apple and that's all you're consuming in that portion of eating, that's not going to be enough calories to do what your body needs to do. And at the end of the day, you're not going to have enough fuel in your body for your body to possibly do what you need it to do. So it's so important to start paying attention to how you eat, when you eat, what you're eating. Those are the things: what you're eating, when you're eating, how you're eating. Are you eating on the go? Are you consciously eating, or are you unconsciously eating? There's so many of us, and I too fall into this, that we unconsciously eat. We sit with our plate on the side of us and we work and we're eating. In fact, I actually said to my husband the other day, we were out to dinner and we were in a conversation, and before I knew it, I looked down at my plate and I'm like, hey, did I eat all of that? I didn't even realize, because I was eating unconsciously. And the most important thing, even for myself, is to eat consciously. And what is conscious eating? Conscious eating means that you are aware of what it is you're about to eat, and that you're intentional to why you're going to be eating. Why you're going to be eating. What is your reason behind eating? Now, this part of the conversation I'm going to have is what I teach in my fuel and feed topic, in regards to understanding, are you fueling or feeding your body at the time that you're about to sit down to eat? And the dialogue that you have with your food and with your body, that plays a big role in it as well. Now I'm going to introduce, I want to bring something in because this is about teaching and sharing. I want to bring in this crystal. It's a blue crystal, beautiful, beautiful crystal. It's called blue Carolite. And any type of blue crystal is a great crystal to work with when you're going to eat. And why am I using blue, or turquoise for that matter too? You can actually use this while you're eating, because it would actually help you to have a really good dialogue with whatever it is you're going with and whatever it is you're going to eat. So your dialogue, whatever it is you're going to eat, you want to have a healthy conversation with the food you're about to eat. You want to give whatever it is you're eating a job to be doing. So if you're going to be eating your chicken, you know your chicken is there to help you to rebuild the muscles that you worked on, whether it's during strength training or your functional daily activities. Whatever type of carbohydrates you're having, That's there to give you the energy that you're going to be doing whatever you're doing. And of course, the fat is there so your body can actually function, because your body does require a certain amount of fat in its day to function. So using your crystal to help you have these conversations, connecting the physical and spiritual connection that we have, because we are spiritual beings and we're having many, many, many human experiences. And it's really time that we start to connect the two together, bringing the emotions in, whatever emotional connection you have with the food you're going to have. And what is the conversation you're having after you had your whatever it is you ate? So that's part of the fueling and feeding, and I'll talk about that at a different time. So find yourself a beautiful crystal that you can work with when you are going to do your food prepping and your food timing and the conversations you have with your food. Because your food is your friend. Your food is your friend. Your food is there to help you become the best version of you so you can transform the body that you're looking to transform into. And it starts by what it is you're going to be eating, and the internal conversations you're having with yourself regarding what it is you're going to be eating. If you're eating something and you don't really want to eat that because whatever the reasons are, you're eating it because you're in your mind, you think, well, this is going to be the food that's going to get me to the results I'm looking to get, but I don't really like it. Not a good way to have a conversation. You want to make sure that when you are eating whatever it is you're preparing for yourself, that there's a love relationship with that particular meal you're going to have, so you can appreciate what it is you're putting into your body, and your body will appreciate it as well, no matter what kind of food it is. If you're consuming, if you've decided to have a slice of pizza and that's what you decided to do, that slice of pizza has nutrients in it. Fall in love with the nutrients and know that that pizza is going to do whatever it needs for you, for that pizza to do for you. And that's that internal conversation. So find yourself a beautiful, beautiful blue or turquoise crystal and activate it, so when you are about to eat, you can make that connection with the food and the conversation, and that you can actually charge the intention to whatever it is that you're looking to get from the food you're about to eat. So there you have it. So again, just to recap, because I'm just about 45 minutes in, just to recap that food timing, meal timing. When you wake in the morning, you have to decide, do you need to eat within an hour or two before you get started into your day? That's how you need to determine. Now, if you already have a slow metabolism, it may take you up to 2 weeks to get your metabolism revved up for you to know that you do need to eat. So my suggestion again, within the first 2 hours that you wake, make sure you have something ready to go so you can have something on the go to eat. Then within your 4-hour window, you want to eat again. And you're eating again and again until 1 to 2 hours before bedtime. Your post and pre-workout meals are extremely important, so pay attention. Again, for me, no less than 2 hours. So if I ate at 2 hours and I'm about to go work out, that might be a little long for me. Keeping that workout prepping meal about anywhere between an hour to an hour and a half, and then I have to get into my workout. And sometimes even within an hour that I'll eat, and then I can go do my workout depending on what it is I've eaten. And my meals are pretty much the same in regards to my workout meals, so I know how my body adapts to whatever it is I've eaten. And sometimes I come off course a little bit, and I do pay for it at the end of the day, at the end of my workout, if I'm eating something that's not normally in my regimen. So it is important. So homework for you to be doing is, I want you to pay attention. Pay attention to, when you get up in the morning, how soon after do you have your first meal? Are you eating your first meal within the hour? Are you eating your first meal within a half hour? Or are you waiting until like midday to have your first meal? If your first meal does not come in until midday, like 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock in the afternoon, you've literally gone most of your day without fueling your body, which means you're running on empty. And if you're running on empty and expecting to get the transformation you're looking to get from your body, from your strength training workouts, you're sabotaging your results already. So pay attention. This is your homework to do. Once you understand what your timing is after you get up. Then you need to figure out what's your food timing regarding your pre and post workout. What time are you eating before you do your workout? What time are you eating, or what are you eating? Some of you may not be eating after that workout. Some of you might be waiting until dinner time to eat again, and then again, that's that span of time. If you're eating, if you have that window of 6 hours that you have not eaten, you've already gone way past the time frame to keeping your body nourished throughout the day. Whole idea is that you want those calories to come in throughout the day, so you're energizing yourself, so you can actually transform your body. And yes, this is going to take a little time to get used to, and it usually takes your body about 2 weeks to adjust. So if you are not in the habit of eating breakfast until midday, where you actually don't eat breakfast, your first meal of the day is like a lunch hour, it's going to take you some time to adjust to the fact that breakfast is important. Because if you're eating lunch hour, it means that you probably already missed 2 meals in your day. And if you have a certain amount of protein that you need to take in within your day, and you've already missed 2 meals in your day, you're going to run short on protein as well. And that, again, is where the issues come in order to maintain lean, healthy muscles and to be able to get to progression. If you're not eating enough protein, your body's not going to progress the way you want it to. You're not going to feel strong. You're going to feel sluggish. And you're not going to have the best strength training workouts that you can have. And again, going back to you ladies that are not strength training, taking this information, start implementing this into your routine. So homework is to make note to what time you have your first meal. Second question to take note is, are you eating before you do the workout? What are you eating before you work out? What is your post-workout meal? And how many times a day are you eating? Those are your questions. Those are the things I want you to keep track of. How many times a day are you eating? Are you do you do 4 meals? Do you do 5 meals? Do you do 6 meals? Do you do 2 meals? Do you do 1 meal? If you are doing 1 meal a day, I would like for you to have a conversation with me, because 1 meal a day is not going to get you to the results that you're looking to get, so you can transform your body. And remember, this is about being your own advocate. You are being your own advocate. This is your health care and your health insurance. It's taking care of your body, your health care and health insurance. This is how you are taking care of you, and that you're not going to rely on your health care and health insurance, because it's up to you to take care of you. And it really does start and stem from your meals throughout the day. So if you're not in the habit of eating, it's time to get in the habit of eating if you are serious about seeing the results you're looking to see. You cannot live on protein shakes and hope to see results you're looking to see without it damaging your organs. Without it damaging your organs. And I know there's many programs out there that do talk about 2 shakes a day and 1 healthy meal. Not a fan of it. Not a good idea. In the long run, it is going to affect your organs. So my suggestion is, if you are in the habit of eating once a day or 2 shakes a day in a regular meal, or whatever your habit is, this is the time to start letting go of those habits and start really asking yourself, how do I want to transform my body? And how do I want to be the advocate of my body, providing health insurance and health care for yourself? I'm going to leave you with that. Again, any questions, email them at healingwithin76@gmail.com. If you would like to set up a self-growth discovery session to discover your strength training program, if you are not doing one yet, I would love to have that conversation. Please mention that in your email. If you have any questions about your food prepping, food timing, please let me know that as well. And I would love to get together a group of you. If there's more than one of you, I would come together in a group and we can have a conversation. And chances are, whatever you're thinking about, somebody else is thinking as well. So why not bring it together in a group? I look forward to hearing and reading your emails, whatever questions you may have. And I will be back again tomorrow, which is Tuesday, for day 5. And not sure what that topic's going to be just yet, if it's going to sort of flow off of this conversation or if there's going to be something else that shows up. So there's no specific order of what I am sharing. It's just whatever I'm being guided to share at the time when I share. So I'm hoping that you found something about today to be educational. I'm hoping that you implement these suggestions into your life. And again, I'm hoping that you are ready to transform your body by tapping into your own health care and your own health insurance by ensuring the body that you are ready to transform it. Again, I'm Reverend Joanne Angel Barry Colon, your certified holistic integrative teacher, Reiki master, card reader, card creator, certified and licensed holistic personal trainer, and medical astrologer, and the list goes on. I look forward to connecting with you all again tomorrow. Until then, remember, you need to consume calories, and you need to consume those calories throughout the entire day. Not once a day, throughout the entire day, because your calories is a portion of where your protein is coming from. And if you watch day 3, you already know about how much protein you need to take in your day. So I look forward to chatting some more with you. It's been real. Enjoy. And remember, it's about transforming in 2024. Be the best version of who you can be. Transform your body from inside out. All right. Bye-bye for now.